Alright, so the other day, my friend shows me this OnlyFans model, and he goes, dude, look at how beautiful this OnlyFans girl is. I can't believe she's doing OnlyFans. And obviously, when I hear this, I'm pretty curious, so I'm like, let me take a look. And he shows me this girl's account and this video. And I look up at him and I go, dude, that's a fucking AI. And ever since then, he has not heard the end of it, okay? My 21-year-old friend fell for AI. But let me repeat that again, okay? My 21-year-old friend fell for AI. That's not fucking good. My 21-year-old able-minded friend just fell for AI. He thought that shit was real, okay? Now, to be fair, this guy's a fucking dumbass, but at the same time, he still fell for AI, and he's like under the age of 70. And it's honestly kind of poetic in a very depressing way that the one time he falls for AI, it's an OnlyFans Gooner chick. Which actually segues perfectly into the topic of today's video, because in today's video, we're gonna be talking about, I don't even know what to refer to like this whole section of topics as, like the Goonerverse. I don't know. We're talking about a bunch of like OnlyFans models and the stuff I've seen on the internet and all the shit going on in the Goonerverse, all right? But before we dive into that, I do want to give you guys a quick little message considering the topic of today's video. Stop watching porn. For those of you who don't know, I am a very big advocate against pornography, you know, mainly because when I was in high school, I would watch it a lot, and then I lost my virginity and I couldn't get hard. And every single day, thousands of men waste hours of their day and thousands of their dollars spending and consuming this sort of content. And if you're watching this right now and low-key thinking to yourself like, damn, I'm low-key one of those guys, luckily for you, I have the solution. Quitter is an app that makes quitting porn easier than ever. Instead of just relying on your willpower alone, Quitter will do the work for you. All you have to do is turn on the content blocker and it will literally block all porn from your device. And there's a bunch of other features on the app that help you maintain your urges. Like when you first download the app, they literally make you take a quiz and answer a bunch of questions about yourself. That way, once you actually use the app, it can tailor all of its resources to help you in the most optimal way possible. According to multiple antidotes online, one of the best ways to quit watching porn is to get it out of your control immediately, even if that means just blocking it from your phone completely. And Quitter knows this, okay? They know literally everything when it comes to quitting porn, and they designed this app exactly for that with a bunch of features that help you do so. For example, there's this one button called the panic button, where if you're feeling really horny, all you have to do is tap it, and it will immediately help you shut it down and regain control. Look at the activities they have you do to distract you and soothe your mind from those urges. Quitter is by far the best way to stop watching pornography, and they have already helped thousands of people. So if you're tired of making yourself empty promises that you never actually end up keeping, download Quitter and use my code SAD10, first link in the description. Alright, so back to our regularly scheduled program. The Goonerverse. Depending on how long you've been watching me for, or whether or not you have a job, you may or may not know some of the lore when it comes to the Goonerverse. I've actually made quite a few videos on it. I just never actually called it the Goonerverse, but here we are today. And today, I will be Professor Sadagascar, giving you guys a full history lesson and breakdown on it. So, yeah, without further ado, let's begin. I'm not too sure what, like, the big bang of the Goonerverse would be. I want to say it was when, like, the Bop House got created. You know, like the content house that's literally just a bunch of porn stars. But if we really want to go to the back, like the very, very start, like the Book of Genesis type, the Book of Goonersis, we gotta start with our good old friend, Bad Baby, Danielle Bregoli, also known as the Cash Me Outside girl. Because I'm sure you guys remember her, right? The girl who was like literally a fucking succubus in her own house and like drove her grandmother crazy and then tried to fight Dr. Phil. Yeah, her. She blew the fuck up, you know, became like a rapper or whatever. And then when she turned 18, she immediately dropped her OnlyFans. And that's when I feel like if the first, you know, like start of the Goonerverse began. Because at that point in time, that's when people on a large scale actually realized, hey, there's a lot of fucking freaks out there and we can make money off of it. And that's pretty much what the Goonerverse is. The Goonerverse is literally just the world of porn and OnlyFans models and how deranged and crazy and the lengths they go to, you know, stick out and make more money. And it's a whole bunch of, it's just crazy. It's a whole bunch of fucking brain rot. But either way, right, Danielle Bregoli drops the OnlyFans. I'm pretty sure she made like $1 million in 24 hours, something like that. And at that point in time, she didn't realize it, but Danielle Bregoli had just been immortalized. She had just become the blueprint for professional vaginas all around the world who didn't even want to give life a chance and realized that they can just start an OnlyFans at 18 and become rich. And that's exactly what fucking happened. The most known example was probably Piper Raquel, a famous TikToker influencer who, you know, dropped an OnlyFans the moment she turned 18. But what I find really funny about this is it turns out that a lot of other people have actually tried to cash out using this method. Like remember Lil Tay, that little fucking Asian girl who would the money spread on the camera and curse you out? and then like her parents faked her fucking death or something. Yeah, she made an OnlyFans once she turned 18. Talk about a crazy character arc too, bro. This chick is literally like the female Asian version of Rakai, and now she's a professional vagina. All before she can even have a drink legally in America. Jesus Christ. Then I feel like the next thing in the Goonerverse was like the Bop House, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's like a content house, like FaZe or AMP, but instead of, you know, playing video games and streaming, they're just a bunch of OnlyFans models who get fucked on camera. And they all started living together because, you know, when you put a bunch of bops in one house and they make content together, it creates shock value and people want to see them and buy their OnlyFans and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they literally put a house full of fucking whores together and made it, and like that was the fucking Bop House. Now, I think we can all agree that the idea of a Bop House is already pretty fucking out there, pretty crazy. But what if we made it better? What if someone took the Bop House and just fucking squished them, okay? And that is where I like to introduce to you guys the mini Bop House, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's the Bop House, but they're fucking mini. It's a house full of fucking midget OnlyFans creators. And yeah, there's quite literally nothing else to add to this. It's just a bunch of midget OnlyFans creators, dude. Like, and the funniest thing is, I don't even think they have an actual house. I don't think they have like an establishment. I think they just kind of linked up and, you know, filmed videos saying that they were the mini. That'd be really fucking funny. If there's really a house out there full of a bunch of midget porn stars, that's really fucking funny. As a matter of fact, speaking about the midgets, I think the craziest account I have ever seen in my entire life was an account called Sky Down Midget. I memorized the username. That's how well it stuck out to me. And pretty much, it was exactly what it sounds like. It was an OnlyFans model named Sky who had Down syndrome and was a midget, and she was posting like I don't know what the fuck kind of audience she was searching for, but yeah, that woman existed, which hopefully gives you guys an idea of how crazy the Goonerverse really is. We have motherfuckers putting AI Down syndrome filters on midgets, convincing people that she was real so she could sell her OnlyFans more. That is fucking crazy. As a matter of fact, speaking of Down syndrome and AI and shit, that segues perfectly into the next section of the Goonerverse, the AI Down syndrome OnlyFans models, because that was also a thing. Literally, it was these OnlyFans models who would put these fake Down syndrome filters on themselves and like make these thirst traps, and I guess people have a fetish for people with Down syndrome? I don't fucking know. Now, clearly there was a market for it. That's why they were making these videos. But it's like, oh my god, dude, Down syndrome OnlyFans girls, dude? Oh my god, we have lost the plot. Men used to go to war. We used to build fucking battleships, and now we're putting Down syndrome AI filters on midgets? And gooning too? What the fuck? And the craziest part about it is how shameless they are about it. Okay, look at this one account. This account is called Downy Molly. Okay, like, dude, I'm not even offended. Okay, I'm not even mad. I'm not a snowflake or anything. I'm just like, dude, Downy Molly. You couldn't have just been a little bit more creative, let alone less offensive, you know? But like, just Downy Molly, really? And the bio too, bro. Just a dowdy? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, really think about how crazy this is, bro. This is like if I changed my username to Zipperhead Sid, and the bio was just a chink, you know? And don't even get me started on the actual videos that these accounts post, okay? Because remember, these are Down syndrome OnlyFans models with an emphasis on the fact that they have Down syndrome. So the videos they post to get attention and the captions is wild, bro. It's like, oh yeah, I have Down syndrome, but I'll still go down on your dick. And it's just like, bro, real, what the fuck? But now listen, okay? If you thought that AI Down syndrome filters on midget OnlyFans models and content houses full of OnlyFans models and fucking making OnlyFans at the age of 18 wasn't crazy enough, you are forgetting about the biggest conflict in the history of the Goonerverse, the Bop Wars. For those of you who don't know, the Bop Wars was a very long and hard-fought battle between two professional vaginas, Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, who were both OnlyFans models who were known for just doing absolutely heinous shit. For example, Bonnie Blue would go to high schools and fuck barely legal graduates for the fuck of it, just cuz. Then you got Lily Phillips, right, who's low-key, like, she looks just like her, and she's a porn star. They're literally, like, the same fucking person. Either way, Lily Phillips is like, shit, I gotta stick out, Bonnie Blue is fucking beating me at whatever. So, she decides to do the 100 men in 24 hours challenge, where she fucks 100 men in 24 hours. Apparently, they made, like, a document about it, and she cried afterwards because, you know, she just destroyed her vaginal anatomy with 100 men. And, yeah, either way, then Bonnie Blue ends up seeing this and is like, nah, not on my watch. I'm the GOAT. I need to retaliate. So she does one even better. and sleeps with 1,000 men in 24 hours. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure we did like the meat mileage calculations on that. She took like multiple miles worth of penis in 24 hours, okay? She's literally a fucking Honda Civic. But wait, it gets even worse, because after all of this happens, you know, Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, they literally start beefing. They're like, yo, why the fuck are you copying me? You low-key look like me, blah, blah, blah. And they literally had the bop wars. They had fucking porn star beef. And, you know, people like you and me saw this and were like, no way, these literal porn stars are beefing right now. And it got them more attention, and they got them more clicks and views, and they got more people to watch them getting fucked, and they got paid more money. Everything just ties into the Goonerverse. It's all the things that people are willing to do to stick out and get more views in terms of, like, porn and shit, right? It even got to the point where they both faked being pregnant. Like, I remember Bonnie Blue was like, yo, I'm pregnant. And then Lily Phillips was like, yeah, I'm pregnant too. And it's just like, what the fuck? Either way, it turns out, I'm pretty sure that was all fake. But regardless, yeah, that is the conclusion of the Bop Wars. And then when it comes to the most recent editions of the Goonerverse, you have Adam22, who let his porn star wife fuck the biggest, most brolic, blackest looking dude you have ever seen in your entire life, and then he proceeded to box him and get his ass beat by him, okay? He got his ass beat by this dude who fucked his wife on camera and monetized it. Now listen, okay, I don't need to sit here and explain to you guys why that's like the most outlandish thing ever, but here's the thing, it's all marketing, okay? You don't think Adam22 doesn't know what he's doing? Adam22 knows damn well that he's making a fool of himself. He knows damn well what people are saying behind his back, and that's exactly what he wants, because the more people who talk about him, the more people who watch his wife get fucked. The more people who talk about him, the more people watch him get fucked. I mean, him fucking other women. And the more people who watch him fuck other women, the more money he makes. As a matter of fact, me making this segment of this video is exactly what he wants. So honestly, Adam22, you know, usually I feel like most people like rip on you and insult you for doing this. And, you know, I mean, I low-key kind of already did, but at the same time, I can respect it. I see your vision. You just have balls of steel, and you're willing to, you know, trade your self-dignity for it, which is valid. That's me personally, nah. But, like, if that's what you want to do, I mean, shit. He's low-key. I'm not going to call him a marketing genius, because I don't know. I feel like trading off your dignity is not very smart in the slightest, but he is really good at marketing. I will give him that. Good job, Adam22, I guess. Alright, so to conclude the history lesson of the Goonerverse, we are going to give you guys a quick little recap. The Goonerverse is essentially the world of porn and OnlyFans, and how the marketing tactics within that industry has evolved over time to become more and more outlandish. And this video has given you guys the full timeline of the Goonerverse. Danielle Bregoli went on Dr. Phil and became the Cash Me Outside girl. Then she turned 18 and immediately dropped an OnlyFans and made a shit ton of money. And that was when people first realized, hey, there's a lot of weird people out there and we can monetize off of it and make a lot of money. She then became the blueprint for other 18-year-olds with no ambition to then sell their body, and that's exactly what happened. People followed in her footsteps, and a lot more people started dropping OnlyFans at the ripe age of 18. Then people started to really pick up on the whole shock factor marketing, so then they made the Bop House, where they literally just took a bunch of OnlyFans models and put them into a fucking house. And then you even have a bunch of midgets trying to cash in on this, making the fucking mini Bop House, which is, you know, literally a Bop House, but divided by two. And then OnlyFans models started putting Down syndrome filters on their videos, pretending to have Down syndrome to promote their shit. And then midgets started doing it too. There was midget Down syndrome OnlyFans models. Then porn stars like Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips were like, hey, let's just be fucking predators. And that's what they did. They started fucking a bunch of newly, freshly legal 18-year-olds after they graduated high school and blew up off of that. Then they started fucking copious amounts of men within 24 hours and then started beefing over it. Then they faked their pregnancies and started beefing over that to create more shock value and get more clicks and views. And then Adam22 comes out of nowhere and lets his wife fuck the biggest, blackest dude you ever seen, and then posts about it and monetizes it and talks about it on podcasts and uses that to promote his OnlyFans and his wife's OnlyFans and fucking this other dude's porn account. Holy shit. The Goonerverse just fucking goes crazy. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the video. I have spent so much time editing and making this video. If you made it this far, I don't usually say this. Please leave a like. Please comment saying that what you liked about it. If you like these sort of better formatted videos, you know. Oh my god, dude, the amount of the editing in the clips. Ugh. Either way, that's gonna be the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope I educated at least one of you. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you didn't, fuck you. Like, if you didn't like this video, come on, bro. Please, like, just come on. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Moral of the video, don't get lost in the sauce. This is a prime example of getting lost in the sauce. People saw what works, and they just kept, you know, adding on to it up until the point where you have people like Adam22 letting their wife get fucked on camera solely for what? Marketing, shock value, clicks, money, views. Come on. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. If you made it this far into the video, comment Zin container. Peace out. Bye.
I have to talk over this because it's copyrighted now. Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. You know I'm really shiesty.